Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Yeah,
May
yeah,
peace, mercy, and blessings of the one and only God be upon you all.
yeah, right, right.
I just want to say something, Christian Prince. I'm a Muslim, and you know, Christian Prince, me, Christian Prince, we go back a long time. I want to say something about this, your topic, which is your claim that Islam is racist, that Muhammad is racist. Why don't you tell the room, Christian Prince, about Muhammad's final sermon, where Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, may peace and blessings of God be upon him, says that no black man is better than no Arab is better than a black, and no white man is better than an Arab, and vice versa. So Muhammad was preaching in his final sermon that all human beings are equal. In fact, we see that Muhammad abolished slavery in a strategic, step-by-step manner, because, of course, Muhammad, could not banish slavery in the Arabs, in the Arab lands immediately. But we see evidence in the Hadith where Muhammad was attempting over and over again to banish slavery in a positive, because it was part of the Arab culture. It was part of the Arabic way of life, just like the Arabs used to do, especially when they had daughters. The Arabs used to kill them and bury them alive. So Muhammad abolished many of these evil things that were practiced pre-Islam, and there's evidence for it in the Hadith, Christian Prince, and I can bring forth the Hadith where Muhammad is encouraging to free slaves, is encouraging, strategically changing the society he was sent to. And we see evidence that today, the proof is
Right,
everywhere.
right.
Is everywhere. Historically,
Uh-huh.
we know that slavery was very, 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 very common pre-Islam.
Mm-hmm.
And we know that historically, slavery has been reduced, after Islam came. And we know that, even before, equality rights of blacks were given in America and the UK and the Western civilization, Islam had already practiced, the
Hold on, please. One by one, one by one. I hope you will not run, hit and run. Can you read for me this hadith from your prophet? Can you read, please? The mic is yours. And explain. Guys, is the hadith clear? Is my text coming? As long your prophet is not racist, can you read for me, please, your mic? What does that mean? Go ahead.
Well, the hadith you're posting, Christian Prince, is referring to, can you give me the link? I want to see where you got this hadith from, Christian Prince, number one. Number two, there's probably a context, right? There's probably a context. And we know that the final sermon where Muhammad is saying that all human beings are equal.
Well, if all a human being is equal, why he is making fun of the black people? This is the hadith number. Here we go. Stop giving me a speech. You can post it in the internet in a second, and you can read the whole hadith. I'm giving you exactly as it is. As long all a human being are equal, why he is making fun, being racist against the black people, making fun of their look? And by the way, this is not my translation. This is your Muslim translation. The mic is yours. Take the mic. Why he is saying such a racist, ugly statement? Your mic. Here we go. Muhammad, he made a slave guy a leader for them because he's a good fighter, and he is telling them you have to obey him even if he look like this. which means he himself, he considered him very ugly and very disgusting. But now this is his job. Explain to us. Your mind.
Okay, Christian Prince, I will look into the context of the hadith you posted, and I will be back in 5 minutes because I don't want.
I will give you 10 years, not 5 minutes. What do you mean 5 years? What do you mean contacts? That's a lie. There's no contact. The people, they say we cannot follow a slave. The Muslim, they say we will not accept a black slave to be our leader. He's a slave. He's not even free. And why your prophet did not free him? Why he did not free him? So you want to go and you will not come back and oh blah 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 blah. It doesn't matter what the context. Your prophet is making fun of his look, guys. Is it clear that Muhammad making fun of a black guy because of his look? Is it clear for you? What raisin head mean? How dare you to say that? If somebody says such a statement right now in USA, he go to jail. Now, you said your prophet, he freed the slaves. I want to see how that happened. Where? Even Bilal, his favorite slave, he never been freed by Muhammad. Muhammad, he died and Bilal still was a slave. And after the death of Muhammad, Bilal, he went to Abu Bakr. He says, for God's sake, if you bought me for the sake of yourself, keep me for the sake of yourself. But if you bought me for the sake of Allah, free me for the sake of Allah. And the Muslim, they make big speeches about slaves equal to the free. Like, here we go. How come your prophet who made that sermon, he did not free Bilal? Obviously, he's a liar. Those are speeches. They say it for speeches, but they don't mean it. Bilal is a slave, and Muhammad, he died, and Bilal is still a slave. And as long your prophet, I will give you the mic. As long your prophet is a freeing slave, can you tell us where and how he frees slaves? How? Let us make the question more clear. Is it true the Quran approves slavery? Yes or no? And I say, is it true the Quran encourages slavery? Yes or no? Your mind.
All right, so we can see very clearly, CP, that you're manipulating the hadith. I'll explain to you how you're manipulating the hadith. In fact, do you know that, Christian Prince, that this hadith actually proves Muhammad is not racist? Muhammad is giving an example, right, in the hadith that even if your leader was to be, ugly, even if your leader was to be ugly, even if your leader was to be black, it doesn't matter. You have to follow your leader. And it also gives evidence that in Islam, a black can become a leader, right? 1,400 years ago, right? 1,000.
Guys, did you hear what he said? Hold on. Even if your leader is a black ugly, you have to accept that because I heard him. So your prophet saying that he agree with them that to be black is ugly. It's bad. And he's saying even though he is, which means he's agreeing with them, still you have to accept him as a leader. And he's a slave. So if you are saying your prophet proved that he is against that, he is not. He is agreeing with them. He is not agreeing with them about being a leader. He is agreeing that he is ugly because he's black. Correct, guys? Did you hear it? Yes, he's talking to his followers. If he is a truthful man, he should say, shame on you to say that. He should say, we are equal, as you said. He should say to them, he is a creation of Allah, and he is equal to us. But he did not say that. He said, even if he is, which means he agreed. When I say to you, even if he is dirty, you wear it, it means I agree it's dirty. I'm taking your excuse into consideration when I say even if he is. I'm agreeing with it. What I don't agree with you is not him to be qualified to be a leader. He fight better than you. So you just admitted two things. Hold on. That you're a prophet, he agreed, and everybody heard you saying, even if your leader is a black, ugly, is ugly and he is black, and you are the one who mentioned that he is black. So the reason for him to be ugly, that he is black. What his ugliness is about? He is black. That's it. And your prophet, he accept that. You're mine. Go ahead, go ahead.
CP, you know why the hadith refutes you? Because Christian Prince, the hadith shows that Muhammad accepts black people as leaders, right? That's number one. Number two, Muhammad in the hadith is saying who is he referring to? You have to take the social context into consideration, Christian Prince. He's talking to people who Arabs, pre-Islam, they were so racist, Christian Prince. You have to understand who he's talking to. He is teaching a people who are extremely racist, extremely hateful towards black people, and he's telling them, even if your leader was to be black, you must follow him. And that is an amazing, I believe, because I'll tell you something, Christian Prince.
I will tell you something, peace. The black we are talking about, was he a slave or he was a free man? I want to tell you something, peace. The man who we are talking about, he was a slave or he was a free? The black man we are talking about, he was a free or he was slave? You mind?
First of all, Christian Prince, when you say even, that means you are giving an example, right? In language, when you say even if, that means you're giving an example which does not exist. So just the fact that you're asking me if this individual exists shows that you have a lack of logic.
So your prophet saying even if he is ugly black, but he is not black, he is white. This is your logic. You are saying this excuse does not exist, right? So your prophet saying even if he's black, ugly, but this guy is not a black and he is not ugly. How that can be? He was white.
Listen, Christian Prince, I'll tell you why I'm correct. Because Muhammad in his final sermon was preaching the equality of human mankind. Which religion? Tell me one thing, Christian Prince. Which religion has proved?
Well, your prophet, he used to own slaves. How people they are equal, but you make them slaves for you? Did your prophet himself own slaves until the day of his death? Yes or no? Guys, is that a good question? I can preach right now about being good. I own them slaves. So my preaching is nothing but hypocrisy. And your prophet is a hypocrite. How he is teaching that people are equal, which with the fact they are not equal, and actually the Quran says people are not equal. As an example, chapter 2, verse 178. What the Quran says, in the case of murder, free for the free, slave for the slave, a black slave for the black slave, and women for the women. That is the most stupid law ever. So if a free man kill a free man will be killed. But if a free man kill a slave, a black slave will be killed. This is Quran. You say that the Arab are racist, but the verse here proves that Allah himself is a racist. Why, if I am white man and I kill a black slave, you kill my black slave? What kind of logic that is? Quran chapter 2 verse 178. The mic is yours.
Okay, so you're making another lie about the Quran. Here's chapter 49, verse 13. Okay, let the room see chapter 49, verse 13, Holy Quran. This is God speaking, the Almighty Creator of the universe. O mankind, indeed we have created you from male and female, and made you peoples and tribes, that you may know one another. Indeed, the most noble of you in the sight of Allah is the most righteous of you. Indeed, Allah is knowing you. So it
No problem. He is talking to the white Arab. Muhammad is talking to the white Arab. If this is true what you are saying, then explain to me why chapter 2 verse 178, why you don't want to answer it. Why if a white man kill a black man, the white man will not be killed? Why? Tell me why. What's wrong? You might.
Christian Prince, another lie. You're just lying again and again about Islam. You know, Christian Prince, I really don't appreciate you misrepresenting Islam. You know, you're really, I have to say this, but you're lying.
Prove it, guys. Somebody post the verse. Stop making speeches. Guys, somebody post the verse, the Muslim translation, not my translation. Chapter 2, verse 178. Oh, you believe in the case of murder, it is resigned for you. In the case of murder, free for a free, black slave for the black slave, and women for the women. What kind of religion says black slave for black slave? Which means if you kill my black slave, I kill your black slave. If people are equal, why a free man will not be killed for a slave? Prove me wrong. Don't give me a speech. You might. Let's see who's lying here.
Like I said, Christian Prince, you're not taking the context of Islam into consideration because you are here to attack Islam. If you take the context, you would know that Islam abolished slavery in a step-by-step manner. There are verses in the Quran which were revealed in the beginning of the da'wah, in the beginning of the journey of Prophet Muhammad, and there are verses which were revealed in the end of his journey. So different stages. Did you know, Christian Prince, the beginning of Islam, Muslims were allowed to drink alcohol?
What does this have to do with this? Christian Prince, do you know in the beginning of Islam, Muslims, they used to put their boogers in the wall of the Kaaba? You are telling me that your God was weak at that time, so he was hypocrite to them? That's what you are saying? Guys, the God of Islam was hypocrite. At that time, he was weak, so he had no choice. He had to compromise. What kind of God is God? And what does this have to do with our topic? We understand that your God is compromising because he's a hypocrite. He wanna lie to them, say I have no problem with it, until he's getting stronger, and then he killed them all. Or they have to obey. Thank you very much for saying that. But here now we have a case of justice. We have people get killed just because they're black. A white man, he killed a black slave. What the solution? We killed the slave. So now we have two victims, they are black. So what you are saying to me, Allah, he compromised and he accept unjust and make it as a rule. And he put it in the Quran. That's disgusting. That is disgusting. What you just said is unbelievable. Your God, he have no problem just because he want to be hypocrite to create unjust rule just to make the white Arab man happy, and even if the price is killing a very innocent people just because they are black. So I kill your black slave. The punishment? Okay, come and kill my black slave. And you are saying to me in the beginning that Islam was not the stages. What stages? What stages? Allah is compromising the justice and make it unjust. That's disgusting. You mind?
Christian Prince, if you had a daughter and somebody, God forbid, you know, killed her, you would want that individual to be killed, right? You would want retribution for for murder. So why are you so against? The thing, what really makes me laugh is a lot of people, they act all peaceful and against the death.
Abdul, you are getting away from the topic. If a man killed my daughter, he should be killed, yes. But this man, he killed a slave, a black slave. Why no? Why you don't kill the man who killed him? You are not killing the killer. You are killing his slave. You see, you think people are drunk. You're a drunk Muslim. You drink common urine. Stop jumping out of the topic. We have a guy who killed a slave. Why the answer is to kill his slave? His slave did not do anything. He is not the one who killed me. He is not the one who killed your daughter. What about killing the killer? In Islam, you don't kill the killer. You kill the victims. You mind.
Like I said, Christian Prince, you can keep lying about Islam all you want. At the end of the day, right? People who really understand the scripture, who interpret the scripture, are not interpreting it the way you are, because you want to portray Islam in an image which is against what it preaches. Islam does not preach that son should bear iniquity for the father's sins, right? Christianity is what teaches that, because Christianity teaches that
Just to show you that this is stupid of you to say Islam teach that. When they ask your prophet, is it okay to kill the women and the children during the war with the infidels? He said he is one of them. They are one of them. They are from them. So you're lying. And if this is not true, why your prophet attack his enemies and he enslaved the children? If their children are innocent from guilt, correct, guys? If the children they have no guilt, why your prophet enslaved their children? You just said you should not punish the father, the son of the father for the father's son. That's wonderful. So explain to me your prophet attacking the Jews, slaughtering 900 Jewish men, taking the women as sex slaves, and every child who have no hair yet around his pubic area. He did not kill him and he took him as a slave. Why? They are children. You mind?
Okay, so you'd rather, Christian Prince, first of all, there's not enough evidence to support that they took them as slaves. Number two, they took them in. They took them in.
You want to challenge me? You want to challenge me that your prophet, he took the children as slaves? Say yes. Say yes, be a man. And the one who proved the reference is the one, the one who cannot prove it will be the liar. He will come to the mic and he will say, I'm a liar. Do you agree, peaceful? Do you challenge your prophet, he took their children as slaves? Yes or no?
Okay, Christian Prince, we know that the Muslims took in the children, but you have to understand that if they left them, it would have been worse, because
look at this scumbag. A second ago, it was not true. A second ago, it was not true. Now it's true. Now he's giving us an excuse why he's doing it. A second ago, he was saying, you are a liar, Christian Prince. This is not what happened. A liar ago, he said, there's no proof that this has happened. And now he is giving us an excuse why it's happened. Liars. He's a Muslim. If I tell you how many lies you said to us in the 5 minutes you spoke in the mic, giving you the mic in the beginning, you won't believe it. Islam free slaves. Muhammad, guys, how many slaves Muhammad he died and he owned when he died? How many? Number one, Bilal. Bilal, the most famous slave in Islam. The poor Bilal, Muhammad he died and still he is a slave. Why the guy who is against slavery, as you claim, he don't free Bilal? And now, you said Islam teach equality. Did you read the sermon of the Prophet? I saw the sermon of the Prophet. Is it your Prophet, he said, that the blood of non-believer is not equal to the blood of a believer? Is that true that according to your prophet Sharia law, that if he murder a Christian, the Muslim will not be killed for murdering a Christian? Or I'm making things up and you want to challenge me about that? What do you think, guys? He will be brave to challenge me? Oh boy. So do you accept to challenge me about that? Because if you're a prophet, consider the blood of non-believer is not equal to the blood of a believer. This is obviously proof that Muhammad was a liar. When he say, oh, you believer, there's no one better than one, he's talking about his followers. If you follow me, I will protect you. But if you don't, I will slaughter you. And if a Muslim, if a believer, he killed non-believer, then you're a goat. You're not a human being. You are not equal in any way, in any means. So your blood is not protected. Why? Why? Simply because this religion make it clear that Muslims are superior, and anyone is a Muslim, he should be killed. As simple as that. You're mine.
Like I said, Christian Prince, the thing is, right, Christian Prince, if the Muslims had left the children, that would have been, that would have been murder, because leaving children pre-Islam, or at the time, 1,400 years ago, that would have been like, leaving them to die, because, the desert is a very hot place.
Oh boy, Muhammad was opening a nursing home. But remember, your prophet, he kept them as slaves forever. Not only until he got to be 16. Your prophet, he enslaved them until they die, my friend. Stop being a liar. Did your prophet release them when they are 16 and let them go? Or he kept them as slaves forever? Shame on you, Muslims. You have no dignity. You have no honesty. And your lies is amazing. Now let me ask you, please. Is it true if a Muslim kill a Christian, a Muslim will not be killed, even if the Muslim do it commit as a crime? Is that true? Yes or no? You remember you said Muhammad, he believed in equality. We are equal for all mankind created by Allah, right? So according to Islam, if a Muslim kill non-Muslim, let us say a Muslim right now, he killed a Hindu. If a Muslim kill a Muslim, the punishment is death. In the case of killing non-Muslim, what is the punishment, please? Be honest. Otherwise, I will get you busted. What is the punishment of a Muslim killing non-Muslim? You're mine.
First of all, Christian Prince, don't change the topic. We were talking about slavery, right? And I proved to you using, if you look at...
Oh no, I'm not changing the topic. I'm showing you from every way, even if you are not a slave, still you are not equal to Muslims. I'm showing you how racist this religion is. Islam is a race, and then anyone is out. We don't have equal justice for him. Here we go. A man, he's a criminal, a Muslim criminal. Let us say I'm walking in the street. A Muslim man, he jumped on me and he took my money and he killed me. What is the punishment for Muslim man in Islam? Your prophet, he said, a Muslim man should not be killed for killing non-Muslim. Is that true or no? If yes, why? Why, if a Muslim, he murdered non-Muslim, he will not be punished equal punishment for killing a Muslim? Why? You're mine.
All right. If anyone has any, doubts to, the equality of Islam, the peacefulness of Muhammad ﷺ towards the Christians, you should read the name of Muhammad, right?
We are reading his statement. He said, if you kill a Christian, You will not be killed for killing a Christian. What's wrong with you? Isn't it his words too? Isn't this is his word? You see those liars? Isn't it your prophet is the one said that a Muslim should not be killed for killing a Muslim? Amazing. What's wrong with those Muslims? Brother, if you want to know about Muhammad, read what he said. Well, I'm giving you what he said, Abdul. I'm not giving you what the neighbor said. You're a prophet. He's the one who said there's no for killing non-Muslim. I'm not quoting for you a statement of George Bush. So how come you are not proud about the statement I'm just quoting for you and you want them to read something else? Shouldn't you answer this one? Because this is about a murder. Who care about the speeches? Here we have a law of murder. What kind of justice? The justice says that the Muslim should not be killed if he killed non-Muslim. That's amazing. That's disgusting. Imagine, guys, we have a law in USA saying if a Christian he killed a Muslim, he should not go to jail and he should not be executed. How you can accept such a thing? Muhammad, the believers, their life is equal. The believers, the Muslims, their life, their blood is equal, but they are not equal to the non-believers. And this is disgusting religion. No believer should be killed for killing a disbeliever, but a believer should be killed for killing a believer. Isn't this is enough proof that Muhammad is a racist, is a hateful, is unjust? Not only this, as long as we are talking about slavery, do you know, guys, that the blood of a slave, even the price of a blood of a slave or the price of a blood of a Christian or a Jew is not equal to the blood of a Muslim? Peace. What is the price of a blood of a slave in Islam? What is the price of a blood of a slave? Do you know? Is it true that the price of a blood of a slave or non-Muslim, both of them are half as the blood of the price of a blood of a Muslim? Which means not only they will not be killed, not only the Muslim will not be killed, but even if you force him to pay penalty like money for his family, for the guy who got killed, you have to pay the half a price of a believer. Where's the justice? Your mic, please.
Listen, Christian Prince, man, it's not fair that, I don't even get to speak for a minute before I get dotted, and you keep on mumbling and rambling for hours. Like, you expect me to stay here? You're boring me, man. Give me a chance to speak. Let this be a dialogue, not a monologue. And yeah, stick to the topic. I've proven to you by quoting the last sermon of Muhammad, which quotes that Muhammad was preaching the equality of mankind. It also shows.
And I gave you an answer about that the preaching, it does not fit with the practicing. That is a sign of hypocrisy. Correct, guys? So now we are proving to you that your prophet is a hypocrite. What kind of equality in the preaching does not fit with equality in the practicing? The mic is yours. You're in trouble, my friend. Your prophet is a liar because he says something and he do something else. If we are equal, if we are equal as a believers, huh? Even as a believers, why in the case of murder, free for the free, women for the women, and black slave for the black slave? You're mine.
Listen, here's the quote, right? I want to say something to you, Christian Prince, before you dot me again, right? In Muhammad's final sermon, when Muhammad said that all mankind is equal, right? Um,
You know, this is the only thing you have, right? But you won't answer anything, right? You want to repeat this forever because you will have answer because we have a proof that your prophet is committing murders against black slaves. He's saying that we are equal, but the fact he murdered them. So you will keep repeating, then the final sermon, the final sermon, the final sermon, but you will not answer. Then answer why the blood of a slave is not equal to the blood of a free white man. Do you have an answer? Why? Give us a reason, you mind. You are the one who told me that your prophet said all of us are equal. Huh? Okay. We have a slave, he got killed. And we have a Muslim get killed. Why the price of a slave is not equal? I'm talking about the blood. You know, the Arab, they practice something. If the family, they drop their right against the killer, he can go free, he have to pay. So why the price of a free Muslim man, white man, is not equal to a slave Muslim man? Why is that equal? You mind. Look now, we have two Muslims, guys. We have two Muslims. One is black and one is white. Why the price of a white man is a lot higher than a black man? And both of them, they are Muslims. And you are the one who posted for me the sermon. Here we go. Let me post this, your sermon. Your sermon actually is going to help me to get your prophet busted. Because if the sermon of your prophet is accurate and truthful, your prophet should not practice such a thing. Here we go. This is your statement, and this is, I'm going to help you. I'm going to keep copying and paste for you. If all are equal, all the believers, and the best of you is the righteous one, why a black servant will not be equal to a white man if he get killed? You're mine.
Christian Prince, you have to understand something.
Uh-huh.
Christian Prince, you quote things out of context. Like I said, I'm going to repeat this to you. Muslims were allowed to drink in the beginning of the journey of Muhammad. The end of the journey, guess what? They no longer were. So,
Guess what? They do. Guess what? They do. Even your God himself, he said in the Quran that alcohol is a great and even it's a miracle of Allah. And until now, the Muslim they do. And actually, until now, the Muslims, some of them agree that it's forbidden. Some of them did. I can show you right now a fatwa where Muslims they say it's not forbidden. So what are you talking about? Huh? What's wrong with you? Now focus on the topic. Why, if a black slave get killed and a white man get killed, why the price is not equal? Do you have explanation? This guy have a family and this guy have a family. Why the black guy is not equal? What's happening? What the problem here? What do you think? Go ahead.
okay, like I said, Christian, you have to be, but I have to give you the picture of what is happening here, right?
Okay.
If you find evidence, like, please don't dump me again, because if you do, I will leave the room. I just want to say, that if you find evidence that Muhammad did practice slavery, You have to understand that Muhammad's message, his priority was for people to believe in the one God, right? So he started out alone. His journey, he was against the pagan Arabs, right? That were very racist.
You are run, you can run. First of all, your prophet is a pagan. Where Muhammad he is talking about worshiping one God. He worship one God, but he kisses a black stone. If his God is in heaven, why he kissing black stone? You Muslims are pagan officially. You Muslims, you call us pagan, but you are the pagan. You bow down to a stone, you kiss a stone, you walk around the stone, and you pray in the direction of a stone, and then you talk about pagan? Isn't it amazing the hypocrisy of those people? And here we go. A long speech about Muhammad. Muhammad, he said, all of us we are equal, all of us we are equal, all of us we are equal. But if you go in details, you will see nobody is equal to anyone. Nobody is equal. What kind of a state make a law says certain kind of people, they are not equal to certain kind of people, so if we can kill them, it's okay? What kind of a state says if we kill a black guy, his price is half a price of a white guy? This is the law of Islam. This is not the law of a tribe. And if this is bad, why he take it, why he accept it, why he preach it, and why he practice it? People in the room, when Jesus he make a speech, do he practice what he speak of? Or he says something and he do something else? He do, right? So when Jesus he said, for the Lord, for the Father, he loved the whole world. He sent his only begotten son. Did he prove it? That he loves us all, black and white and Indian, it doesn't matter. But here we go, Muhammad, he hate you, he consider you ugly for you are black, which is obviously a disgusting statement. And you know, color have nothing to do with beauty. There's women, they are black, or men, they are very handsome, but they are black. So what if you are black? Who said that being a black will make you ugly? This is stupid actually. There's a lot of black people, they look billion times better than me. This is very stupid, disgusting statement. And it's not true. Here we go, SR, he looked better than me. See, now you know why I'm still single. So they speak too much about racism, that they are against racism. Islam, man, he's free the slave. What do you mean free the slaves? Islam encouraged the slave. If I say to you, in order to be free of your sin, huh, free a slave, I am actually encouraging slavery. Is that correct, guys? If I say to you, in order to forgive your sin, slaughter a chicken, that's mean what? That's mean you have to go and buy more chicken and slaughter more chicken. Is that correct? And this is mean that people, they have to capture more slaves because there's a high demand. Okay, now I commit sin. I will go to Amazon. Let me search for a black slave to free. And look, okay, I want to buy a black slave for $50, and then I bring him in my slave. I free him. I free him from here. Someone else, is going to capture him and sell him again as a slave. You know what I'm saying? I buy him. I free him. They capture him. They sell him again. Because the second they see you as a slave, as a black man, they will not let you stay free. A black person at that time, if they get him, unless he live in Africa, right away they capture him and they slave him. So I free him, you slave him, and then you sell him back to someone else. Actually, at that time, even white people, they are foreigners, they slave them. Do you remember the story of Salman al-Farisi, very well known in Islam, right? Salman al-Farisi. Well, was he a free man or was a slave? He was a slave. He was a slave, and he is a Persian. He is not a black. And how he became a slave? The Arab, they found him in the traveling. They captured him, and they took him as a slave. So the Arab, they used to slave everybody. White, black, it doesn't matter. But if you are black, That's it. You have your destiny. Because wherever you go in the land of the white Arab, they will slave you. Until now, guys, do you know a country? It's called Mauritania. Anyone heard of this country? It's called Mauritania. Do you know the percentage of slavery there? Right now, 2016, almost 70%. You believe it? Right now, today, guys, today, in 2016, almost 70% of the population are black slaves. The Arab, the Arab white Mauritanian men, they are enslaving. Those are Arab, they are mixed with African, but they consider themselves the highest. They are the Arab. So they own 70% of the population and they are slaves. And you don't see Obama talking about, like, you know what? If I am a black president of USA and I care for the black people, shouldn't I go even for, isn't this is a good reason to go for war? To free 70% of population? I will go for war. Honest to God, if I'm a president, I will attack that country tomorrow, actually today before tomorrow. What kind of country? And by the way, it's legal. You know, this is legal. This is not. And Mauritania have a flag in the United Nations. How you can accept them as a nation if they don't accept the human right? But who care? Saudi Arabia don't accept. Emirat don't accept. Kuwait don't accept. Afghanistan don't accept. Pakistan and all of them, they are members of United Nations. United Nations is a scumbag collection. Those scumbag, they remember human right when they want, and they forget about the human right when they want. As an example, when the war happened in the what the name of the country? When those two tribe, black tribe, the African tribe, they kill each other, Tutsi and Hutsi, something like this. I forgot where. Rwanda. When the war in Rwanda happened, Bill Clinton did not move. Nothing happening. 500, 600,000 people slaughtered. The TV is showing us tens of thousands of people in the street are slaughtered like goats. And nobody in the West moved, as if nothing happening. The human right blood pressure did not move. Everybody is watching. Even African countries are watching. Even Asian countries are watching. But the day Saddam Hussein attacked Kuwait, America, England, France, Canada, Australia, Arab, non-Arab, Pakistan, everybody want to support Kuwait. Everybody want to send army to defend Kuwait because they have oil, they have money. Who care for those poor people around that they are African poor people? Let them die. Let them get killed. And who care for human rights? And right now, the same story in Iraq, in Syria. Like, look how much USA is in love. And when I say USA, I mean the scumbag Obama and the gang like McCain and those guys. Look how much they are in love in Syria. But Syria is the enemy of USA, supposedly. Look how much they are in love in defending the human rights in Syria. Why? Why sometimes a human right is an issue, sometimes it's not there? All of this is based on the interest of those scumbags. When the Muslims, they pay, the West leaders, they close their eyes. You can slaughter, you can do whatever they want. You know, if the Assad regime agree, those who do not know why the war in Syria happened, let me give you just an enlightening. You know that Russia is the main source of gas to Europe. Is that correct? When I say gas, we mean the propane. All right. So Russia is the one control the propane to Europe. Let us say In Europe, you don't have heating system unless the Russians give you their gas. And that is a big problem to Europe, security problem. So they decide, the Arab put their nose there to fight the Russian and to be in competition and to be protected by the European. So they told them, we can make a gas line, pipeline for the propane, go all the way from Qatar through Syria, then to Turkey, and then to Europe. The president of Syria, he said, no, I will never accept that. The Iraqi, they will not accept that too. So now what they can do? Iraq already have a war, and the Shia in control, they cannot do it. And they have no choice. So they supported a war to destroy Syria just for the sake of a pipe. For the sake of a pipe. If the president agree, the war in Syria will never happen. You will notice that there's no armed revolution happen in any country is a friend with USA. Is that correct? Look what happened to Libya. Al-Qaddafi is the enemy of USA. The country is gone. Gone. It's history. Syria, Saddam Hussein, Iraq, any country who oppose USA, they can blow it up overnight. And for sure, the excuse is to protect the human rights. Al-Qaddafi is killing his people, man. As the king of Saudi is not. You know what I mean? In Saudi Arabia, women cannot even have an ID until now. They cannot walk in the street alone. If a Saudi woman, she walk in the street alone, she will be arrested legally. But there's no human rights problem in Saudi Arabia. Like, come on, this is a very... They cut hands in the street. They cut heads. They kill gays. They kill lesbians. There's no problem. It's okay. Human rights in Saudi Arabia is fine. But in Syria, there's no human right. But in Syria, my friend, women, they are drivers. They drive taxi. They drive buses. They drive truck. They are ministers. They are congresswomen. They are officers in the army. But the Assad is a dictator. By the way, the Assad is a dictator. Yes, he is. But all our friends, or quote-unquote friends, are dictators. The most ugly dictators in the world are our friends. Do you know, guys, the Prince of Qatar? The Prince of Qatar. Do you know that he put his father in jail? Nobody complained. His father was a prince. He went out of the country. He came back. He arrested him in the airport. He's a dictator. A guy who made a poetry against the prince. Do you know what the sentence is? Just for making a poetry. 15 years in jail. But he's our friend. What about Bahrain? 20% Muslim Sunni, 80% Shia. And the Shia, they don't want the king. Yet all the West side with the Muslim Sunni king. What is the human right? What is democracy? What about we make election? But they will not like election. I will give you another proof of hypocrisy. Do you remember, guys, when Hamas, they won the government, the election in what it's called Palestine or the Palestinian territory? The American and the European, we have to make election. Here we go. You will have your state. Blah 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 blah. Election, election, election. They work so hard for election. And when the election happened, who won? Anyone remember? Who won the election? Who remember? Hamas. Hamas won the election. Suddenly France don't accept the election. Suddenly America don't accept the election. Suddenly Canada don't accept the election. Suddenly democracy is gone. The terrorists, they won. The terrorists, they won the election. This is how it is. But but we as a citizen who watch TV station, they fool us. You open CNN, they tell you about the dictator of Syria who is killing his own people, and they will show you a hospital destroyed and a child he was taken from the nursing house. But the fact, most of those, by the way, most of those pictures are fabricated. Most of them are fabricated in news. They want to drive you in a direction, and then we find ourselves that we are the victim of the media. The same they did with the Trump, just to show you, like, look at this, look at what happened with Trump. Trump is an American guy. He is not black. He is redhead, and he's very rich. He is not poor. And how we can destroy this man? We don't want him to win. If he wins, we have a problem. So the media, more than 70 agencies in USA, they tried their best to destroy this man. They searched all over him until they found that tape recorded, and they paid a lot of money for it. They were working so hard, and actually, look, do you know what the Clinton she did in the beginning of the election? She wanted all the opponent of Trump to lose. Anyone knows why? It was planned. They want them to lose. Anyone knows why? Why Clinton, she wanted him to in the beginning, she wanted Trump to win. Are we listening, guys? Why she wanted Trump to win in the beginning? In the beginning, not in the election, not the president election, in the beginning, like between the Republican. Because they thought if Trump he won, there's no way he will win. We have his tape. We accuse him to be racist. We will accuse him that he is against women, and we have a lot of things to support her. So they want him to win in the beginning, so that will make it easier later. And this guy, he says statement which nobody say, and he made the Mexican upset, and he made the Latino upset, and he made blah 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 blah. So they said everybody will be against him. But it turned, surprise, surprise, people like him more. Because people are unused to see someone as being honest. He's being himself.